going to click record button. This session is being recorded. Hello and welcome. First, I will address some questions. One question is about, do you need to download any calculator? No, you do not need to download, but you need to have this calculator, Texas Instrument BA2 Plus, okay, a physical calculator. If you want to the web version like me, this is the web version of the calculator. You have to make a payment. I'm not sure how much it will cost. I got free from Texas Instrument. Okay, so that is the question I have. Any other questions? Anything? All right, I'm just going to show you the where we are. Okay, this is week 2. What we did last week we introduced the course. If you missed last week, please find the lecture recordings on Collaborate. Then go to top left corner, quick menu, and you see the recording. Okay, so there are 2 recordings from last week. One is the introduction, and the other is chapter 11, session 1, and chapter 11, session 2. Okay, so check out the recordings from week 1. And also I pre-recorded the lecture here. Under lecture recordings, you have all lecture recordings already here. So last week, we did chapter 1, session 1 and 2. And today, we will do chapter 11, session 3, and session 4. Okay, so I'm going to copy this into the chat area so that, remember last class we discussed, we have one live lecture, and the rest of the time, when you register for this course, you have 2 hours, then you have 1 hour. So the 1 hour is for live lecture, the 2 hours is for watching the recorded lecture by yourself. Okay, so this is what you are going to watch by yourself after my live lecture. I will give you specific questions on session 3 and session 4. Those questions are closely connected to your quiz. Remember, each week you have quiz. Last week you did quiz 1%. Okay, and today, this week you will do quiz 2. Quiz 2 is about chapter 11, sessions 3 and 4. It is due Friday, January 21st. So today is Wednesday. You have 3 days to work out for your quiz 2. In class, I will give you some questions related to quiz 2. I will explain those questions in detail. For each quiz, you are allowed to do multiple attempts. You can do several times. The highest mark will be recorded. And the quiz only have 3 questions. Okay, so that is the organization of each week for this course. Any questions? You can ask questions by typing your questions in chat area, or you can directly speak up. Any questions? I'm just going to take the attendance. Okay. Thank you so much for your attendance for this class. So, this is week 2. I strongly encourage you to have your calculator ready to follow my steps. I will give you a moment to pull out your calculator. While we are waiting for you have your calculator ready, I'm just going to create a little poll. The poll is just yes or no. I will ask, did you complete quiz 1? That is the question. Did you complete quiz 1? If you just click select an answer, did you complete quiz 1? Okay, thank you so much for your response. Most students completed quiz 1. Okay, it is 1%. Quiz 1 has close connection to our test 1. You have multiple attempts to do it. Okay, if you haven't completed, although the due date is past, you are still allowed to do it. Okay, thank you for your poll. Now the question, can you please write down the name of the calculator? Sure. The name of the calculator is Texas. It's here. I will show you here. Yeah. Texas, T-E-X-A-S, Texas Instrument BA2 Plus calculator. Okay. That is the calculator name. You can find this name on the course outline. Course outline. Thank you, Desantila, to ask that question. The calculator is a must. Okay. Is it all right if we use Excel? I don't have the BA calculator. Please make sure you purchase one. Some questions, the Excel is very complicated, so make sure you have calculator. Although you can use Excel, but the calculator will give you an efficient, fast, accurate way to do it. So calculator is a must purchase. Thank you, Juna, for asking that question. Any other questions? Are the tests going to be on the lockdown browser? No, the test is going to on My Lab. Remember, where did you do your quiz? The test is here. If you go to Blackboard, go to My Lab, and then click My Lab again. This course, you need My Lab. Last week, we introduced how do you get My Lab. Please watch lecture recordings. See, this is all our term work. All our work are posted here. For quiz 1, I have 17 students completed quiz 1. The average mark 82. There are 2 students completed quiz 2. Congratulations, both of them got 100. Okay. All our assignments are here. You see, all our quiz 1, quiz 2, the test is here. Okay, all the quiz, test, final exam is on My Lab. So make sure you access My Lab. Okay. All right, any other questions? Any other questions? All right, so again, make sure you have your calculator ready. Now, I'm going to go over questions related to your quiz 2. Okay, for chapter 11, so just title now. I will go over questions related to Quiz 2. Those questions is about Chapter 11, Session 3 and Chapter 11, Session 4. To calculate PMT and present value. So Chapters 11, Session 3 and Session 4 calculate PMT and PV for annuities. All right. So make sure you have your calculator ready. Okay. Can anyone see clearly my computer? Are you okay with the font size? Can you read the question? I will make it a little bit bigger. Okay, this question. Question 1. An installment of contract for the purchase of a car requires payments of 237.33 cents at the end of each month for 5.75 years. Interest is 9% per annum, compounded monthly. Question A. What is the amount financed? Question B. How much is the interest cost? Okay. So before we answer question A and question B, let's analyze the given numbers. Okay. So a car requires payment of 237.33. This number is PMT, monthly payment. Monthly payment. Okay. Each month you are going to make payment $237.33. For how long you are going to make this payment? 5.75 years. Remember, a year has 12 months. A year has 12 months, so term N equal to 5.75 times 12. So how many months over 5.75 years? You use term N. Term N times 5.75 times 12. Okay, so I will, so 5.75 times 12 equal to 69. Juna, thank you. You are ahead of us, 69. Thank you for your participation. So term N equal to 69 months. Okay, and interest is compounded monthly. When you have interest compounded monthly, CY equal to 12. Remember last week, just a review, okay? Just a review. Because this is important, okay? That's why I want to specify this important terminology. Okay, what is CY? Oops. CY represents number of compounding. Number of compoundings per year. Okay, so for example, if interest is compounded monthly, so 1 year you do 12 conversion, CY equal to 12. Okay, and if interest is compounded quarterly, anyone help us? What is CY if interest is compounded quarterly? What is CY? So 1 year you need 1 year have 4 quarters. So CY equal to 4. Thank you, Mahanat. 4. Okay. And if interest is compounded semi-annually, what is CY? Semi-annually, CY equal to 2. Juna, thank you so much. Okay, so that is the meaning of CY. And then we also have PY. PY represents number of payments per year. So for example, if you make payments every month, if you make payment every month, what is PY? If you make payment every month, what is PY? Anyone? Shuham, love your participation. Juna, thank you again. PY equal to 12. Okay. If payments are made every quarter, what is PY? Payments are made every quarter. Oh, thank you, Juna. Okay, equal to 4. And if payment is made semi-annually, PY equal to 2. Okay, so PY and CY are important concept in the calculation. Okay, go back to our question here. Okay, so if you make payment every month, 1 year you make 12 payments. That's why PY equal to 12. Did you see here? PY equal to 12. Okay. So we have all the number we need. And remember on your calculator. Where's my calculator? On your calculator, you have 5 important icons. See where is my mouse? Term N, interest IY, present value PV, PMT, FV. You have 5 important icons. You need to enter 4 items. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to enter 4 items in order to calculate the 5th item. So for our question, any question you need to start with PYCY. Okay. So go to second PY. PY equal to 12. Enter. Down arrow key, you have CY. CY is 12. Enter. Second quit. Okay. So make sure you set up CY, PY first. And then enter the number. Term N is 69. 69 is term N. Okay. 9 is IY. Interest without percentage. You do not divide 9% by 12. This is calculator. When you use formula, you need to use 9% divided by 12. Okay, so this is IY. PV is the question A. What is the amount financed? Means what is PV? That is the question. What is PV? That is the question. Okay. So PV is the question. So PMT 237.33. PMT always negative number in calculator. But when you use formula, PMT is positive number. So I enter negative PMT. Future value is 0. You must enter future value is 0 to clear any previous entries. Okay, so now I entered 4 items. Last step, compute PV, and I got 12,747 cents and 45.45. See, the same as the answer I provided here. Okay, any questions? So make sure you do this question by yourself, then you do the quiz. Quiz will have similar questions. Quiz will have similar questions, okay? And for those students who have just joined us, we are doing quiz 2, questions related to quiz 2. After my live lecture, please check out the chat area. You watch the online lecture for chapter 11, session 3, and session 4. Okay, so just to clarify what we are doing now for those students who joined late. So any questions for this one? Okay, move on to next question, question 2. Question 2. What is the discounted value of payments of $96 made at the end of every 6 months for 2 years if interest is 11% compounded semi-annually? And for this question, I need your help. I'm going to erase all the notations and I ask you, please help me. Please provide your answer in chat area. Okay, so I'm just going to close some calculators. Okay, just leave one calculator open. Okay, so this is the question. When you do this question, you need to set up PY. So the question is, what is PY? What is PY? Anyone? 2. Great. I need more response. Can I have response from other students? Can you type in response and ask question why it is 2? It is correct. PY is 2 because PY represents 1 year, how many payments? 1 year, how many payments? If you make payment every 6 months, 1 year you make 2 payments. So you have to understand the meaning of PY. In 1 year, how many payments? That is PY. Okay. Now, what is CY? Mohanad, thank you. PY is 2. Why? Because PY represents in 1 year interest conversion, how many times interest has to do the conversion. If interest is compounded semi-annually, by definition, CY equal to 2. Okay, and then remember we need to enter 4 numbers. What are those 4 numbers you need to enter on this calculator? We need 4 items. Okay, so let's do what is term N? What is term N? 4. Amma, thank you for your participation. I have new participants, not just few students dominate the participation. Thank you, Amma, again. Term N equal to 4. Why? Because every 6 months you make payment. For how long? For 2 years. So a year has 6 months. So it is 4. Over 2-year period, total payments is 4. Total payments. That is term N. And then we need interest IY. What is IY on calculator? Anyone? What is interest IY? Moment, thank you. Aman, thank you. Okay, I got 2 answers. Thank you. Interesting. Momanad said IY is 11. Another student, Aman, said IY is 5.5. Can other students give me the answer? Richard said 11. Aman, yeah, 11 is correct. Why? When you use calculator, you use original interest number. You do not divide it by 2. When you use formula, Aman, you are correct. When you use formula, you have to use 5.5%. For formula method, please check out my lecture videos. Remember, my lecture video is here. Chapter 3, Session 3, Session 4. Check out my lecture videos. Okay? Okay, thank you all for your participation. We have IY. Okay? And what is PV? The question asks you discounted value. Remember this. Discounted value is the PV, present value. The discounted value is the present value. We are asked to calculate PV. Okay. And then what is PMT? Anyone, can you give me a number for PMT? What is PMT? Anyone? Abraham, thank you. Thank you for your participation. 96. When you use formula, you use 96. When you use calculator, you give negative 96. Okay. And then what is FV? What is FV? Anyone, what is FV? 0. Excellent. Okay, so we all set up. We just need to use calculator. Okay, so first, second, quit to clear any previous entries. And then set PY by quick second PY. PY is 2. Enter 2. Down arrow key, you have CY is 2. Enter. Second, quit. And now enter 4 numbers. Okay, so 4 is term N. 11 is interest IY. 96 negative is PMT. 0 is FV. Final step, compute PV. You got $336.49. Okay, any questions? Any questions? All right, so move on to the next question. Question 3. Question 3. Try to adjust my computer. So Louisa borrowed to buy a piano, paying $111 at the end of each month for 5 years. The bank charged interest on the loan at 7.63% compounded monthly. Question A, what was the cash price of the piano? Okay, Andrew, thank you for your question, Andrew. The answer for last question is $336.49. As short on my calculator here. Thank you for asking questions. Okay. All right. So now let's do this question. Question 3. What was the cash price of the piano? Means what is the present value? What is the present value? That is the question. Okay, and to do that, we need to clarify what is PY, what is CY. Anyone help me out? What is PY? Shuhan, thank you. PY equal to 12 because when you make a payment every month, 1 year, you make 12 payments. By definition, PY stands for how many payments in 1 year. Okay. Next, what is CY? Richard, love your participation. Great. I need to see new faces, new names. Okay. CY equal to 12 because interest is compounded monthly. When you have interest compounded monthly, CY always equal to 12. Okay. So remember I gave you those examples. When you have interest compounded monthly, CY always equal to 12. Interest compounded quarterly, CY always equal to 4. Interest compounded semi-annually, CY equal to 2, etc. Okay. So we figured out PY and CY. Next, what is term N? How many total payments over 5 years? You make payment every month. You done this for 5 years. So term N equal to 5 times 12 equal to 60. Okay, so that is term N. Term N. And then you need to figure out what is IY. Anyone, what is IY in calculator? What number do you enter for IY? Shop none. Thank you. 7.63 is IY. Thank you so much. And then what is PMT in calculator? What is the number you need to enter for PMT? Monad, thank you. Negative $111. Okay, so we have 3 numbers now. Term N, IY, PMT. You need to enter 4 numbers. What is FV? You need to enter 4 numbers for calculator. What is FV? Anyone, what is future value? Shunam, great, 0. 0 is FV. And the question asks you what is PV, present value, okay? So we all set up. As a precaution, when you start a new question, always press second quit, okay? And then second PY, type in 12, enter. Down arrow key, CY, 12, enter. Second quit. So you have just set it up PY and CY. Next, 60 is a term N. 7.63 is IY. $111 negative is PMT. 0 is FV. Final step, compute PV. You get this number, $5,522.45. I pause for a moment. Please ask any questions you may have. anything. This question relates to your quiz 2, and quiz 2 relates to your test 1, and test 1 relates to final exam. So they're all closely connected. Any questions? Okay, great. We completed question A. Now, can somebody help me out? How do I do question B? How much is the cost of financing? How do I do this question? Question B. How much is the cost of financing? Anyone? How do you do the cost of financing? FV, no. Good guess, but no. Think it again. Good try. Okay. The cost of financing equal to, so each month you make $111. For how long? For 60 months. So times 50. That is the total money you paid minus the cash price of the piano. The cash price of the piano we have just calculated. And this result is $1,137.55. That is the cost of finance. Do you agree? The cost of finance is total money you paid minus the cash value of the piano. Okay. Any questions on this problem? All right. Shall we move on to next question, or you have questions on this one? Right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question 4. Again, I'm going to erase the annotation. Okay. So this is question 4. Question 4. What payment is required at the end of every 6 months for 5 years to repay a loan $3,656 at 7% compounded semi-annually? When you have semi-annually, what is CY? Someone remind me. If you have interest compounded semi-annually, what is CY? 2. Shanam, thank you. And now you make payment every 6 months. What is PY? When you make payment every 6 months, what is PY? When you make payment every 6 months means payment is semi-annually. PY equal to 2. Okay. Thank you, Richard. PY equal to 2. Okay. And now, what is term N? You make payment every 6 months for 5 years. Richard, great. 5 years. Every year, you make 2 payments. So over 5 years, you make total 10 payments. You make payment every 6 months. You do this for 5 years. Okay, you total make 10 payments. What is IY? Can someone give me a number for IY? 7. Great. IY is 7. And what is FV, PV, present value? What is the present value? Richard, good guess, but think it again. Oh, yeah, you're correct. Present value is the loan amount, 3,656. That is present value. Okay. Now, what is FV? 0. Thank you, Richard. I pause for a moment. Any questions to analyze the given data? Any questions? So the question asks you, what is PMT? That is the question. What is PMT? That is the question. You enter 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you enter 4 numbers, you will get the 5th number. Okay. So before I start on calculator, make sure you always go second quit to start a fresh new question. And then you set PY, second PY. PY is 2. Quick enter. Down arrow key, CY is 2. Enter. Then second quit. Okay. After that, you enter the given numbers. 10 is term N. 7 is interest IY. $3,656 is PV. 0 is FV. Final step, compute PMT. The computer gives you negative number, but when you answer the question, you have to answer it positive number. Okay. The other way, if you want to get positive number, you PV, present value, enter negative. Okay, if you enter PV is negative, you get PMT positive number at the end. Okay. So any questions on this one? So hope you see the advantages of using calculator. It is simple, it is efficient, it is fast, it is accurate. Imagine this question you do using the formula. It is more complicated and easy to make mistake when you do punching the numbers into your calculator. So make sure you have the calculator, okay, for this course, this calculator, Texas Instruments BA2 Plus. All right, any questions? Last question, then we're done for this live lecture. Okay, again, I'm going to erase the annotations. The question is, how much must be deposited at the end of each month for 4.75 years to accumulate to $2,580 at 4% compounded monthly? So the first question we ask is, what is PY? What is CY? So PY represents 1 year, how many deposits are made. Can anyone help me out? What is PY? 12. Thank you, Richard. Okay. So what is CY? Interest compounded monthly. When interest compounded monthly, do not. Thank you. CY is 12. So this is important, PY, CY. I want to show this again. What is PY represent? Number of payments per year. Every year, how many payments? 1 year, how many payments? CY, number of compoundings per year. Every year, how many conversions you made for interest. Okay, and those are commonly used. Interest compounded monthly, CY must equal to 12. Interest compounded quarterly, CY is 4. Interest compounded semi-annually, CY 2. Okay, if payment made every month, PY 12. Payment made every quarter, PY 4. Payment made semi-annually, PY 2. So those are important stuff. I will copy this into chart area so that you can copy it to your computer, because this is very important. The concept of PY and CY. Okay. Desantila asked, is there a group for WhatsApp? Week 1, some students create WhatsApp group. Can some students answer Desantila's question, what is your WhatsApp group? Anyone? Do you have information on WhatsApp? Desantila, if you check out the lecture recording from week 1, you may find the information. Okay, so check out the information from week 1. You can find the lecture recording on Collaborate, then quick menu on top left corner. After that, quick recordings. Okay. All right. So we are here. And now, what is the question here? The question asks you the required deposit is, so how much must be deposited at the end of each month means what is PMT? PMT is the question asked. For 4.75 years, so term N equal to 4.75 multiply 12. Okay, second quit, I have to do that. 4.75 multiply 12 equal to 57. To accumulate to, so means future value is $2,580. Accumulate to always refer to future value. And then IY interest is 4. So you have 3 numbers now, but we need to enter 4 numbers. So what is PV? What is PV? Anyone? Thank you, Juna. Thank you so much to answer the WhatsApp. So, Desantila, you can get message from Juna. Thank you again, Juna, for answering the question. Thank you, Desantila, for asking the question. Richard, thank you for providing the answer for PV. It's 0. Okay. Anna said, please send the link you can for. I don't have the link. Anyone, you can send the link. Okay, for WhatsApp. Okay, we have 4 numbers, and then we go to calculator. Second quit. First step, second PY. PY is 12. Enter. Down arrow key CY 12. Enter. Then second quit. Now enter 57 is term N. 4 is IY interest. 0 is PV. 2,580, that is FV. Last step, compute PMT. Compute PMT. So you got $41.17. All right. Any questions? Any questions? So in summary, this live lecture demonstrates how do you calculate PMT? How do you calculate present value? Okay. We did 5 questions. Please go those questions again. Okay, and those questions related to your quiz question. And also do not forget the due date for quiz 2. Due date for quiz 2 is Friday midnight. You have 3 days to work it. And if you missed quiz 1, you can still do it. Okay, you can still do it. Although the deadline is gone, quiz 1, please do it. Quiz 1 will connect to our test 1. Quiz 2 will connect to test 1. And I did quiz 1 questions last class. So check out lecture recording for quiz 1 questions. You can find recording on Collaborate. Quick disk button menu. Quick recordings. See week 1, chapter 11, session 1, session 2. Those questions have similar questions for quiz 1. All right. Any questions? I missed the quiz 1. I will do it. Yes, please do it without penalty. Okay, you do it as soon as you can. Okay, you have 5 attempts. You can do many times. The highest mark will be recorded. Okay, folks, if you missed quiz 1, do it. It is still open. The deadline is gone, but I still accept late assignment for quiz. I will not accept late assignment for the test, for the exam, but I accept late assignment for quiz. I will not accept late assignment for case study. Just late assignment for quiz, okay? So that's all for this live lecture. I'm going to take attendance again. Remember, each week we are going, this is week 2. Week 2 update. I took the attendance at the beginning of the class, okay? Each week we'll follow this format. I will go questions related to the quiz, and then you need to watch the online lecture. Can someone remind us, where do you watch the online lectures? Where? Can someone tell us, where is online lecture? YouTube. Where is YouTube, Juna? Where is YouTube? I cannot find it. Where do I watch online lecture? Where? YouTube, correct. Where is YouTube? It is on lecture recordings. So today you need to watch session 3, session 4. Session 3, session 4. Last week, if you missed last week, you still can watch it, right? Okay. The reason is this course structured with 1 hour plus 2 hours. 1 hour is live lecture, 2 hours are online lecture by watching videos. Okay, you can watch the video ahead of the time, or you can watch video during the class time, the second 2 hours. Okay. Any questions? Anything? Lecture recordings on left hand side. Thank you, Arman. Lecture recordings on left side of BB. I'll show you again. Where is lecture recording? Go to Collaborate. Go to Collaborate. Click this button. Menu. Quick recording. So last week lecture recording is here. This week, the one I just did haven't finished. It's not available. You need to wait maybe 10 minutes for the one we did today. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Anything? Remember, you can always email me for any questions. When you email me, please allow 2 business days to have your email answered. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your participation. I will stop recording. This recording will